Here at Wyopreps.com, we continue with our Athlete of the Week feature. I'm David Settle, and this week's winner on the girls' side, Skyla Wunder from Lingle-Ft Laramie Volleyball, who helped them to a 3-1 record last week. She had 15 kills across the 4 matches, but also hit 349, 8 blocks, 6 aces, 38 digs, 38 assists. You kind of did it all last week. Is that kind of one of the things that you love about the game of volleyball? You can kind of contribute in a number of ways, Skyla?
Yeah, I kind of like run the show, as setter, and I love to hit too. And Friendly's my opposite, and we worked really well together to.
Talk a little bit about the team's performance last week. Going 3-1. I know you wanted to win that tournament in Morrill, Nebraska. Just fell a little bit short to the Nebraska opponent. How did you think the team played last week?
I think we worked really well together. There was some hard competition there, and we had two back-to-back hard teams, and we just weren't used to that yet. And now we know, and our eyes are open. And
What do you love most about the game of volleyball?
yeah, the passion of volleyball is great. I love to play. It's fun. We like to celebrate every point, and it just means a lot to us to have sport too.
For you specifically, what is it like? As you mentioned, you kind of run the show from the setter position. You do get a hit sometimes. So, what is it like for you? What kind of thought process go through your mind as you're getting a pass from a fellow teammate? What kind of goes through your mind when you're running the offense from the setter spot?
Well, I kind of look at who's hot, who's in the hot spot, and I just feed that person whoever is getting the most hits and just look for open spots on the court too.
Talk to me a little bit about just what you've learned as you've progressed through the game of volleyball that maybe kind of helps you now as a more experienced player versus when you first kind of started at the varsity level. What's different for you?
The leadership for sure. I gained a lot of leadership, and coaches pushed me. I'm one of the captains this year, so that was a big step.
Okay. How is it being captain? How do the girls kind of look up to you? What advice do you give your teammates?
Well, I kind of push myself, and that just like pushes others. So pushing myself pushes them. We just work together. They have questions, they always come up to me.
Okay. How would you kind of characterize the team this year? What's it like being and playing for the Doggers this year? What's that group like?
Well, we're kind of short this year, but we kind of work around that. So we just work together as a team, communicate. It's a big thing.
Obviously off to a good start this season. Where are some areas you feel like this team can still improve as you kind of go down the stretch run towards the postseason here, Skyla?
Well, our end goal is obviously to make it to state, but in order to get there, we just have to work around the losses, keep our heads high, communicate, know who's hot in the spot, and just go from there. Take one game at a time.
Okay. What's it like to play for coach? How would you describe that?
It's good. It's really good.
What does she teach you the most about maybe it's not even about volleyball. What does she teach you girls the most, you think?
I think her herself is a really good leader, and I kind of look up to that. And
Okay.
so her leadership, I kind of gained my leadership from her.
Okay. And how would you describe the competition in 1A volleyball this year? I know you haven't quite seen probably everybody around the state, but you've seen a number of teams. How would you describe the competition this year?
It's different. It's not as fast paced. There are some schools that are faster, but that Morrill tournament really helped us getting back to that fast pace.
You looking forward to the big showdown coming up against the Cyclones?
Yeah, I'm excited. We're all really excited. We know we have to get the job done, and
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a tough one. Both of you teams are playing pretty well right now. So, hey, Skyla, congrats on being our athlete of the week, and thank you for taking a few minutes.
thank you. It's an honor.
Here at Wyopreps.com, we talk about our athlete of the week feature every week. And this week's boys winner, Bryson Nield, Star Valley standout player, 18 catches for a new state record, 291 yards and a touchdown last week in the Braves win at then fourth ranked Pal. And Bryson joins me. Congrats on that. Take me back to last Friday night. Describe your performance. What's going through your mind when Smith keeps throwing you the ball, you keep catching it, and you're piling up yards? What's going through your mind?
I mean, nothing really. Just look at the card and see that I can run a route, and then coach just was calling my number all game. So,
All right. Talk a little bit about just, take me back to that game. Just what was it like for you? And how did you see plays developing last Friday night for you?
Well, power and cover zero, and then their middle linebacker would blitz. So the middle of the field was just they left it open a lot. So we just ran a bunch of short stuff, and just yards after catch was most of it.
So when you're done with the game, what was your reaction to all the big numbers, catches, yards wise? What was your reaction initially?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I just grateful that my number kept getting called and coach kept putting the ball in my hands.
All right, so 291 yards. That's a state record. You just missed the catches record because I had coach check the film. We had a couple of different reports, but you got to be accurate in this business. So you had 18 catches for 291. What's that mean to you to get 291 yards, a new state record here in Wyoming?
It comes down to it. It's just a number. Like I'm just glad we won the game. That's mainly the point of it.
How would you describe this year's Star Valley squad from your perspective?
I'd say pretty talented. I mean, we work hard year round. We've been working all spring, all summer just for this season. So
Things are going well, obviously. So I know you guys have played some tough competition. You got a big one Friday. Look ahead to that game for me a little bit. What are you expecting out of Cody?
a fun game. It's homecoming week. We're excited to play him. We like seeing Cody every year. It's always a fun one.
What about for you individually and the team? Where are some areas you feel like you guys need to still improve?
Um, I feel like every aspect of the game is you can always get better at it.
What about for you? What are you really focusing on this week to improve yourself?
Just do your job and like give 100% on every play, even when the ball's not going to my hands. Just give it my all.
Okay. And then lastly, what's it like to play for Coach Young?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, there's so many things you could say about him, good things.
I gotcha. I gotcha. And then it is homecoming week. Obviously, Coach is dressed up. He's twins with his daughter. What's your dynamic duo feature this week? Or
Uh,
did you
today,
or did you bring one up?
today I actually didn't, but yesterday I dressed up. I was a surfer yesterday.
Oh no, so is that why you got the bleach blonde hair rolling?
No, that was just something I did this summer just for
Okay.
fun.
All right. Well, so the surfer it just kind of fit the locks a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that wasn't really a point of it, but it does match pretty well.
For you, real quick, where's the love of the game of football come from for you, Bryson?
Yeah, I mean, just ever since a kid watching the Braves, like growing up, like looking up to all the high schoolers. Always looked up to Chase Merrill when he played here.
Okay. All right. Well, Bryson, hey, congrats on being our athlete of the week.
David, I
Thanks
got
for
another
coming.
dynamic duo for you right here.
Uh-oh. What is this?
Got Curious George here.
And it, oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, fun times at Star Valley, right, Bryson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, congrats on being our athlete of the week. Thanks for taking a few minutes, man.
Thank you.